You're listening to PetLifeRadio.com.
Hi, listeners and furry friends. This is Michelle Fern, host of Best Bets for Pets on PetLifeRadio.com. So, you want to take your music and your dog with you? Stay tuned. We'll tell you how. Be right back.
We'll be right back, right after these messages. Stay tuned.
Love your pets but wish their medications were a lot less expensive? They are at 1-800-PET-MEDS. You'll not only save on flea and heartworm medications, but on prescriptions for arthritis, incontinence, thyroid, and more. And you get fast service, free shipping, and a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Plus, our licensed pharmacists ensure accuracy, monitor drug interaction, and more. See why over 5 million people have trusted their pet's health to 1-800-PET-MEDS, America's largest pet pharmacy. Call now or order online.
Go to 1-800-PetMeds.com/BEST, BEST, to get 10% off any order and free shipping on orders of $39 or more at PetMeds.com.
FTD's network of over 40,000 florists around the world have been creating beautiful handcrafted arrangements for 100 years. Each arrangement is delivered the same day and backed by FTD's 7-day satisfaction guarantee. For a century, people have trusted their most important occasions to the flower experts at FTD.
Since Pet Life Radio is all about puppy dogs and flowers, our listeners, that's you, can get a 20% discount on your order. Just go to fluorop.com and use the code LUCKIES20 at checkout. FLEUROP.com. Code word LUCKYS and the number 20.
How would you like your business to reach out and invite in our audience?
We have a brand new trademark concept called Info Seeds. Info Seeds are short 20-second seeds of information about your place of business, practice, or service.
We only have a limited number of slots left. For more information, visit
PetLifeRadio.com.
Click on sponsorship information.
There you can listen to a sample of Info Seed or email us at
PetLifeRadio.com.
Remember, only a limited number of opportunities are available.
Hi, I'm Angelina. Join me for some great training tips to live a happy, healthy, peaceful life together with your best friend. And by the way, they're not the only ones that learn something new. Join me for Teacher's Pet on Pet Life Radio.
Let's Talk Pets on PetLifeRadio.com.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back. We have a great, exciting show today. I have with me Matthew Barron, and he is the inventor of the Woofer. Welcome, Matthew.
Hello, Michelle.
So, our guests are probably wondering, what in the world is a Woofer?
The Woofer is a coat that I manufacture here in Philadelphia that has a speaker and amplifier built into the coat so that you can plug your iPod into the coat and turn your dog into a running boombox.
So, turn your dog into a boombox. Wow, that's an interesting concept. What made you think of this idea?
Well, I would say that I started by making a coat for myself with speakers built in. I built a very nice tuxedo jacket that I got at a thrift store and took off the lapels and put speakers in so that I could plug my iPod into the inside lining of the coat, and then it would just play music. It went over very well. People were really fascinated by the whole idea, and it taught me a lot of early lessons. So I had a yellow Labrador, and I decided to make one for her. That was the birth of the first Woofer, and that was about 2.5 years ago, and people just seem to respond to it, and I've been doing it ever since.
So how does your dog like it?
Well, for me, for the Labradors, and for the Labrador that I own, they love to impress humans. They love to put on a show. They love to do things for humans, whatever they can to contribute and serve their bosses, their owners. And that's exactly how they feel about it. I've never had any problem. Of course, it's hard to, yell commands at a dog when they're playing REO Speedwagon. But aside from that, I haven't had any problems.
Now, you have a lot of videos posted on YouTube, and I looked at several of them, and the dogs don't seem to mind the woofer at all when they're wearing it. Have you had any unusual situations?
I have yet to have one dog that gets angry at the speakers or, starts freaking out. There's been an occasional dog that just kind of sits there and looks puzzled and doesn't want to go for a walk. But aside from that, I have not had any problems with the dog with speakers on. It gets me into a lot of places. There's not many places that won't let me in if I have a dog playing music.
That's interesting. Now, a lot of listeners are probably wondering, what's the point of it?
Well, I've been racking my brain ever since I invented this product for some sort of medicinal effect or some sort of effect that would, really help a dog's health or their master's health or something along those lines. But really, it's just a fun product. It's really about people that love music, that love their dogs, and have dogs that are big enough and want to serve them. Dogs love running around a dog park. They love, when I put a woofer on, running around the dog park. And dogs want to be part of your life. They want to be where you're going. When you're going out Saturday night, when you're getting dressed up, they feel bad that they're not part of that. It's like, where are you going without me? I try to have a world where dogs are more of a part of our lives.
And the woofer, the videos that I saw on YouTube, now the dogs are very active and the woofer stays in place. It doesn't seem like anything comes off. Can you describe for our listeners how the woofer, is worn by the dogs so they can understand what I mean they're not looking at YouTube right now, most likely. So they can understand how get a visual of how the woofer looks and fits the dog?
Absolutely. So each of the coats is fit more like a vest. It goes around the arms, and there's a wide piece of Velcro down the center of the dog's body, and I make them in 3 different sizes. Each of the coats has a speaker built into the back mid-size. It's trying to fit that area between the hips and the ribs. That's really the ideal place for speakers because it's a hollow place in the dogs. On the back, on the small of the back, is a small amplifier that has a very small but portable 2 AA battery and helps amplify the iPods and iPhones or Blackberries or whatever you might plug into it. And the pocket for the iPod is close to the top of the neck. So that's just a general how it fits together, the design of the woofer itself.
Okay, and have you had any problems with the iPod or Blackberry, whatever the MP3 player is coming out?
Well, they're plugged in by that 1/8-inch jack that you see on all, iPods and iPhones and things of that nature. Sometimes if a dog runs away before I can slide it into the pocket, the iPod will just be dangling along the side. But it doesn't come out. I keep them, the pockets are deep and in place. I made sure that everything is in place, especially the speakers. The speakers do not wiggle around or move. I use just very durable materials. I use waterproof speakers so that they can be hand washed, not thrown into a washer and dryer, but you can wash them by hand. They're resistant to rain, for instance, but I wouldn't let a dog jump into the ocean with it. The wires are made with things like Teflon to make sure that they're safe and dog-proof.
It seems like it'd be real handy in some sports, frisbee playing or maybe sledding, something like that, because it just seems like that would be a kind of a great use for the woofer.
Well, I also love the idea of humans doing sports. So if you're out running in the mornings, and let's say you go running with your dog, then you don't have to wear headphones. You could just travel with your music, and, you can listen to the open air and just, travel around with your music.
Now, where can our listeners find out more about the woofer and order a woofer for their own dog?
My website is thewoofer.com. www is optional. And I send them out myself. There are no retail pet stores where you can find this as of yet. And if there's ever a problem with speakers or with the amplifier, I exchange them at no cost to the owners. I want to make sure that the music plays no matter what. You know, if there's ever a problem, if there's ever anything that shorts out or doesn't work or one of the speakers goes bad, send it back to me. I'm more than happy to replace it. I know the dogs can roll around on them and do all kinds of dirty things in them, but that's my guarantee to people as a small business owner, that I would satisfy the musical needs.
So, Matthew, people can go to thewoofer.com, that's THEWOOFER.com, and order the product?
That's right. So the Woofer is designed for dogs that are between 20 and 100 pounds. So, you know, your little Chihuahuas and your big bull mastiffs are a little bit outside of my range, but all collies, Labradors, Pit Bulls, St. Bernards, you know, just anything you have, if it's between 20 and 100 pounds, I can fit it with speakers.
Great. Do you have some prices in mind, or will they vary? Do consumers get to choose the type of speakers they want?
Well, I'll tell you the price information. It's $120 for a small, which is 20 to 40 pounds, and then $125 for a medium, which is 40 to 70 pounds, and then 70 to 100 pounds is $130.
Okay, great. Thanks so much for educating our consumers on all about this great new product called the Woofer. It sounds quite unusual, and it's pretty fascinating once you see the dogs in action wearing the Woofer, because I thought they would probably mind it. How could this be? When I saw the videos on YouTube, I was just floored, because they seem to be having a good time wearing it.
Yeah, they just want to serve their human masters.
Thanks so much, Matthew, for coming on Best Bets for Pets and telling us all about the Woofer.
Thank you very much, Michelle. I listen to your show every week.
Oh, thanks. We appreciate it. Thanks so much, Matthew, for coming on Best Bets for Pets and telling everybody about your amazing and very unique product called the Woofer. Listeners, you can find out more about the Woofer on the episode page for this segment on PetLifeRadio.com. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with another great product for you.
We'll be right back, right after these messages. Stay tuned.
At Petco, we really love pets. There isn't anything we won't do to make sure they're getting the best products and the best care. So when you ask us a question like,
so how do you feel about cat condos?
We can say from experience,
feels like home for her.
Enter the code LUCKY10, LUCKY, the number 10, and get 10% off any order. No minimum at petco.com.
There's a movement afoot, ShoeBuy.com. Join the millions of people who shop ShoeBuy.com's over 400 brands and 500,000 products. Order now and get free shipping and free return shipping. ShoeBuy.com, the world's greatest shoe store.
Walk your dog in style and comfort. Enter the code BFP10, BFP, the number 10, at checkout and get a 10% discount plus free shipping at ShoeBuy.com.
How would you like your business to reach out and invite in our audience? We have a brand new trademark concept called InfoSeeds. InfoSeeds are short 20-second seeds of information about your place of business, practice, or service. Is the best, most cost-effective way to invite us in. We only have a limited number of slots left. For more information, visit the website
PetLifeRadio.com.
Click on sponsorship information. There you can listen to a sample of InfoSeed. Remember, only a limited number of opportunities are available.
Hi, this is Marcy Davis and my service dog Whistle, and we're your hosts of Working Like Dogs on Pet Life Radio. Working Like Dogs is the show where you can learn everything you ever wanted to know about working animals or working dogs. Whether you're a member of a working dog team or you've just seen a working dog or animal out at the mall or the grocery store and you're curious about how these amazing animals work with their human partners, then Working Like Dogs is the show for you. Join us for the inside scoop at Working Like Dogs on PetLifeRadio.com.
Let's talk pets.
Let's talk pets
On Pet Life Radio.
Pet Life Radio.
PetLifeRadio.com.
Welcome back, listeners. Today I have with me Gail Silberberg from K-9 AIDE. Welcome, Gail.
Hi. Hi, Michelle.
So we're so glad to have you on. You have a great product called K-9 AIDE that's really good for your dogs. Can you tell our listeners about it?
I certainly would love to, because it is totally different than anything on the market. First of all, it comes in a stick pack, so it can be taken anywhere, anytime. And what it does is it boosts the immune system. And what's in it that does it, and I'm not going to get too technical, is called L-glutathione, which actually holds back the aging process. Women love this, I have to tell you, and they do make it for people. But we have been working for 4 years to work out the chemical balance for dogs and cats. Actually, all animals can drink it. And you just add it to water, and it boosts the immune system so it acts like a shield against disease of any kind. And also, if your dog does get sick from something, drinking or eating something on the ground, it will help them heal within 2 to 12 hours. And I'm not exaggerating. I've seen it happen in front of me, and it's astonished me to watch it.
That's amazing. So let me get this straight. So this is a product. It comes in a liquid form or in a powder form. And I guess the powder form.
It comes in a stick pack.
Okay, like a powdered form?
Right. It's a box of either 12 or 24. You can get beef flavored or chicken flavored, and they're natural flavored. Everything is natural. So it's pre-measured. You take a bottle size of soda, a 16-ounce bottle, and add the K-9 AIDE and add water to it. Let it sit and shake it for a few minutes so it all dissolves in there. And that should be, for a small dog, a daily dose. That's all I use. I never use water anymore. I only use the K-9 AIDE.
Now, what made you come up with this idea for this product?
Well, I started a coat company many years ago called Animal Wrappers. And I had a Bichon, Samantha. And when I lost Samantha, she had been to the vet. I didn't see it coming. I don't know what had happened. All of a sudden, she collapsed on me, and I took her in, and she was just covered with cancer. And I can't tell you what it did to my heart, because anybody who's had animals has gone through it. And I started looking into what was being used to help dogs build their immune system and prevent cancer or help with cancer, anything. And in Europe, they're using L-glutathione to prevent or to treat cancers. And in this country, L-glutathione, which is an amino acid that as soon as we eat, we kill it in our bodies. It's all mammals, dogs, cats, people. It's just the automatic function. And this keeps it back in, which allows you to boost your immune system. It keeps the antioxidants up. It lets the vitamins do what they should do. And it just helps fight anything and everything. I was at a show last year, and there was a little dog trembling, and it was really stressed out, and I don't mean emotionally. It was just so much going on there. And I told the young lady, let's just put her down in the corner, and I put the little K-9 AIDE in a bowl, and she ran and drank it, and, they said to me, oh, she's very picky about the water, and I said, let's just see, we'll try. Well, she drank the water, and she lied down and went to sleep.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah. And this dog for 2.5 days was shaking. Now, I can't tell you that minute, at that second, it worked. It just worked. And then we were at a vet convention in Myrtle Beach, and there was another dog there who ate something and was throwing up. And the owner had a little sample we were giving out, and she tried it. And she came running back to my husband the next day, and she said, I don't know what's in here. It's a miracle. My dog, in 2 hours, was up, running, and fine. And the dog was throwing up and had the runs, and she thought, this was the end. So, I mean, I've seen a lot of situations. I've had it with my little Daisy who, will eat anything, throw it up, and then kind of look at me for half an hour, and a half an hour later she's fine.
That's
so
amazing.
It really, truly, it is amazing. And I think if you just feed your dog right and you give him K-9 AIDE, you really don't need anything else unless the vet prescribes it. I certainly wouldn't go over with a doctor or diabetes or any other product. And if a dog is sick, I would check with it. I know my veterinarian said, listen, it helps the pancreas. I mean, it can only do good.
Well, that's
that was it.
great.
He started trying it.
Sounds like a great product. I know I tried some of the samples, but my dogs were fine. They did seem more energetic, after drinking the K-9 AIDE in the water, but they weren't sick to begin with. So
right.
you don't really see the big change then, but they definitely seemed happier and were more playful afterwards.
Right. They start becoming more, when your joints don't hurt as much or you're just feeling good, you become a little more playful. I know Daisy now has every single toy that she has out. And she stopped playing with toys for almost a year, and she turned 5 just now. And I have every single toy she ever had out. She's squeaking and running, and Barley's playing, and they're running. They're like 2 little puppies again. But, I mean, it doesn't keep them up. It doesn't... It's not like they're uncontrollable. It's just that they have more energy. They have more pep. They always feel good. They're never sick. I mean, I haven't been to... I went to the vet for heartworm, and I thought I had to bring them. He said, well, no, they're fine. Here's the heartworm.
That's great. Now, the K-9 AIDE product, it can be used for puppies and for older dogs?
It should be. It should be used for puppies from the beginning to the end. Okay. It will help a puppy build its immune system fast. And, puppies are so susceptible when they're little to everything and anything. So it will give them the strength to at least help them build their immune system a little bit faster. And as a puppy grows up, I mean, that's when we all start with, anything, aches, pains, arthritis, stomach problems. It will help prevent it. And if it doesn't prevent it, it will be on a lesser side, or it will help them recover. Like if a dog is going in for surgery for something, if they're on it, they will recover twice as fast.
Oh, that's great. It's definitely a great product to have as an everyday regime, on the everyday regime for your pets. Where can our listeners find K-9 AIDE?
Well, right now, In the Company of Dogs has bought it and stocked it with a bottle, actually, so you have the right size bottle. And they have both flavors, and they have the combination, and they went really, really heavy into it. There's a store that I know they have it. They have an online area that you can call in called the Dog Bar. They have it. Pet Pantry Warehouse in Freeport. There's a lot of specialty stores. There's also a veterinarian supply place called Roadrunner. And because he deals with vets, he's had an enormous reaction. Or you can go to the K-9 AIDE website, and it's K-9 AIDE.com, and you can buy it right there.
Okay, great. And we'll have on our episode page, listeners, the website as well. So you can go right there from Pet Life Radio on the Best Bets for Pets show page. Click to the episode page, and you'll be able to get to the K-9 AIDE site right from there as well. So this way you can either buy it directly from the website, or you can get information as to where there might be a place locally to you.
Right. Or, as I said, In the Company of Dogs, which is a really big pet catalog.
In the Company of Dogs, I know, is a great catalog, and they could find it there, but most people probably will go to your website, and they'll be able to, you have your information there, Gail, on the website as far as to go to different locations?
I certainly do, and we've been adding and adding.
Okay, great,
constantly.
Great. All right.
And if anybody has any questions, they can always call and ask. I know it's new, and I think it's incredible. So we had 3 chemists working on it. It took 3 years, but it works. It really came to fruition, and I'm just thrilled.
So, Gail, the K-9 AIDE, it can, it helps alleviate aches and pains. It helps with the dog's immune system and recovery from illness. Also will help the dog preventing, a lot of illnesses. So it's a wonderful type of product. And I know that our listeners can go to your website, which is www.k-9, and that's the digit 9, AIDE.com, and they can find out more about the product.
Thank you for having me, Michelle. Anything I can do for anybody regarding K-9 AIDE would be my pleasure.
Thanks so much, Gail, for coming on our show and telling our listeners all about K-9 AIDE. And there'll be more information on the episode page for Best Bets for Pets on PetLifeRadio.com.
Thank you, Michelle.
Thanks, listeners, for taking the time to listen to Best Bets for Pets on PetLifeRadio.com. And thanks to Mark Winter for making me sound great and making my guests sound fabulous as well. And thanks to all you fluffy and furry pets out there. Paws up.
Let's Talk Pets, every week on demand, only on PetLifeRadio.com.